Welcome back to the Pursuit of Accuracy. I'm Josh. Today we're going to be talking about shooting bags, and specifically shooting bags that I use or that I've been testing for precision rifle. Now there's a ton of shooting bags out there. I don't have a representation of all of them. I have a representation of bags that I've been using and testing. There's light fill, heavy fill. I use heavy fill. Most precision guys use heavy fill. They are heavier, but they just seem to stabilize the rifle better. And so let's kick it off by saying, one, that this is not sponsored by anybody. I have no affiliates with anybody, and I am not going to tell you which one of these bags is better. But what bags do we have? We have the Armageddon Gear Gamechanger Medium. We have the Freedom Shack Sandcastle. I'll talk a little bit about these as I go. And we have the Drengr Precision. Now, a lot of you guys may not have heard of these guys. Fairly new. It is an offshore company. I think they have like one importer, strike without warning. I may be wrong on that. I have another bag by them too. But instead of me sitting here telling you which bag is better, which bag I prefer, I figured let's take a rifle, the same rifle with a trigger cam, and let's put it on these, and I'm just gonna shoot and stabilize the rifle, and you're gonna look at the video and you'll be able to make a decision. Now, I think a lot of these heavy fills are going to be very similar. Maybe some will be a little bit better. I will say that the Armageddon Gear Gamechanger Medium is a bag that I've used for a long time, and this bag is very, very, very broken in. And the more you break these in, the better they seem to work. So the Freedom Shack, this is the literally newest bag that I have, so this is really not broken in at all. And the Drengr I've used a little bit off and on. Also not nearly as broken in as the Gamechanger, but we're going to use the NRL style prop here. I'm going to put my 40X on. I'm using random ammo, so it's not really about hitting or missing. It's more about stability, and hopefully you guys will be able to see that in the scope camera. I'm going to make the image of the scope the bigger part and me the smaller part so that you're paying attention to that. But yeah, let's get right into it. So I think, to be fair, because my most used bag would be this Armageddon Gear Gamechanger. Let's fire this up, and let me do a little flip ski because of the trigger cam, not because I'm trying to look cool. All right, let's see. So let's go after the 1/4 inch, and again, pay attention to stability. Okay, that was a windage miss. All right, I think we shot enough of this. We're gonna come back through these again and kind of go rifle off, bag on, rifle on, and see how fast they settle. Actually, we'll go ahead and do that. Like we were shooting again, this is the most broken in one I have, so this would be how I would use this in a stage. Okay, that was a miss on windage, I believe. There we go. All right, now let's go to the Drengr. Same thing. I'll put it up here first, and then we'll move into that. So Drengr Precision, I believe they call this the Heathen. Have to remember to hold right edge here. Okay, let's go off the prop. Oh, okay, that was just a bad shot. Okay, or maybe I'm missing off windage. Still missing off windage, even though it looks dead. Still missing, but you'll be able to see the stability. Let me load up fresh rounds. All right, we're gonna run that back. The trigger cam kind of impedes a little bit of my vision, so I'm not seeing where I'm missing. So I don't think the misses have anything to do with the bag. Just missing off windage. Okay, I saw that one. That one was way left. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's move on. We need to hold about a tenth or two off right. All right, so this is the Freedom Shack Sandcastle. Now, let me actually show you guys a little bit here. This is kind of similar to the other bags. The difference is this has this channel. Hopefully you guys can see that in there. And that's what kind of makes this a little bit different, is that it has a channel that your foreend's kind of going to ride in. And again, this is my newest bag. So just looking at stability here. Okay, just barely nicked it. Barely nicked it again. Okay, we're going to come off and back on like we were in a stage. A little off left. All right, I have one more Drengr Precision bag. This bag I don't think is released yet. At least I haven't seen it on the Strike Without Warning kind of site, but we're gonna do the same thing. So I'm not gonna name this bag, but just know that it's gonna be another option. Okay, a little off right to hit. That was a miss. Just feel weird holding off. All right, let's try and throw this guy on like we would at a stage. Okay, and we're out of ammo. All right, so we're gonna start off with the tank trap and the Armageddon gear Gamechanger medium. Just gonna shoot 2 or 3. Oh, again, random ammo. Just looking at stability. Did end up throwing a 10th of right into this. Okay, going with the Drengr Precision Heathen. Okay. All right, now on to the Freedom Shack Sandcastle. Ooh, I think that was just off right. Just off right. There we go, let's give it a little bit of, try to jam there. All right, now we're gonna try the new Drengr, the one that shall not be named. Okay. That was just off right. Do one more. Oh, that was me. There we go. All right, do one more deal. We're gonna shoot groups at 50 yards off the table, so simulating a flat prop. And again, we're just gonna be kneeling here, random ammo. I get these leftover lots from when I'm lot testing, and I basically will have like a box to a box and a half of something that didn't make the cut for one rifle or another. I just save them, and they're great to come out and do this kind of stuff, although you never know what you're gonna get. So this may shoot really, really good out of this rifle. May not shoot that good, so we're about to find out. Armageddon gear, Gamechanger medium. We're just obviously kind of kneeling. Well, that's probably a little bit meat. But overall, a very tidy group, very stable. All right, we're on to the Heathen now. A hair more wobble what I'm seeing right now. Just from the prone or the kneeling, kind of flat on the table. See, we got a little bit of wind picking up too. But also, probably just as good of a group. This one not so great. Maybe would have been better off to go on the side. This is a smaller bag. Let's see if this just makes it more stable. Yeah, so in all fairness, if I'd have taken this on its side, again, I just haven't shot these bags a lot. So more surface area up top is going to make them more stable on something like this. If they lack surface area, you can roll them on their side, which is what I should have done there, but I didn't, so it is what it is. This is the Freedom Shack and Sandcastle. Pretty dang stable. Okay. Uh-oh. All right, you're gonna get bonus rounds out of the Sandcastle because I ran out of ammo with 3 rounds left and the wind is picking up. Oh, this ammo doesn't look that hot. Not terrible though. Pretty good. One low. I'm gonna definitely say that was the ammo based on the reticle. And now, because we've used it before, we're gonna use the unnamed Drengr precision bag. There we go. Well, I appreciate you guys sticking the video out with me, and again, hopefully this has showed you what these bags are capable of. Now, I want to reiterate that a lot of this is going to come down to personal preference and fill. So something like the Sandcastle with the right fill for the right person is absolutely going to love it. I'm actually pretty happy with this. I do want to try a different fill than straight up sand because I've been using that glass B type stuff in most of my other bags, and I prefer it over sand pretty much all the time. But overall, I'm not complaining about any of these bags. The Sandcastle has a very unique kind of U-groove in it right here, and I think a lot of guys are going to like that. I'm going to continue shooting this, and I'm going to continue shooting this and breaking it in, and it's probably going to become one of my favorites pretty quickly. You know, of course, we had the tried and true Armageddon Gear Gamechanger medium, and it is my most used bag, and of course I'm the most comfortable with it, and that probably shows on camera pretty well. And then there's the Drengr Precision. These guys are fairly new. A lot of the precision rifle guys do know about this, but I think a lot of people maybe at home don't know about this, and this is a great bag too. All 3 of these I would use in a match, but again, personal preference are going to decide for you. Maybe you like one of these companies more than the other, and I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. They're all really solid options, but again, appreciate you guys watching. Catch you on the next one.